I am striving to give you a little tidbit of understanding that when you wake up in the morning and it's different from the way it was the night before, or you lay down to take a nap and it's different from the time that you had laid down, that you get feelings of apprehension, dismay, you don't feel quite right. All of these things are a trick. They're a trick to distract you from the success you have been having with your walk with God. They are tricks to cause you to get off course of where God has been leading you. They are distractions. Don't pay attention to them. Rebuke them. They're nothing. Don't even give anything credit that they did this to you. And most of all, don't share this stuff with people. Don't share every little thing that God does with you with people. I know I do, but that's different. That's after years of me going through all of this stuff so that I can share with you. That's an entirely different thing. Understand this. What you see with your eyes, when you share what you see with your eyes, where God is leading you and talking to you, you might think that's Christian fellowship, but I'm telling you, there are people who will kiss you on the cheek and walk away, take everything you got, and wipe their feet on you. Like, you're so stupid, you're garbage, you're not worthy of the information you got. That's what they'll do to you. And you'll walk away. There'll be so much power there because you gave yourself to them. Look, the enemy through people cannot touch you as long as you do not believe they are Christian. As long as it is people that you accept as a Christian that causes you to have trouble. Me, I would sit down before God and I would write down a name in my life. And I'd say, Lord, okay, now show me. What do you want me to do with this person? Do you want me to continue to share with them? Do you want me to continue? What do you want? And God, 9 times out of 10 would say, drop it. Let them talk to you. Let them share with you. Be kind. Be sweet. Be generous. Pray for them. Do all of that. But do not share who you are with anybody. Not until you learn who to share with. Not until you learn. You realize there are very, very few people in your life that you can really share with. The church has been taught, take from other people. Just grasp hold of it and take it and go on with it, because you can use all of this as though you've got God when you never went to God about it. You never went to God with anything. But you've got information now from someone else. So therefore you can use it to pretend you have God. But what happens is after a while it fizzles out. It'll fizzle out. And you'll be wondering what happened. So don't do those things. Don't give the enemy power. You have no idea. I told you, it'll take you 3 or 4 years to find out what really goes on in the leadership of the church. Really, it'll take you a long time. You might even be a member of the board and still not really understand what they're doing. And what you need to do is you need to be on guard of stuff like that by not giving out everything. There is a time to speak and a time to be still. Let God sanctify you. Let God draw you away, set you apart to be holy, and then teach you these things. But for now, let Him cover it all just between you and Him. Because the time is going to come where He is going to use you to help others. But if you're all mixed up like this with someone else, you don't even know where you're at. The Bible even speaks about a husband and wife, by permission, separating and fasting and praying. You know why that is? Because when you are one with a person like this, you don't have any idea whose thoughts or whose feelings are whose feelings. You don't see anything until you do this. Then you see where you stand and you see where they stand. Then you see what is really happening between the two of you. Then you see, because then you know your heart, you know where it's at. And you figure that out. Well, it's the same thing in Christian fellowship. You have to separate for a while before you figure out who is who and what is what. But that separation is a sanctification. We're not talking about those that separate themselves because they're sensual and devilish. That's different. That is not what this is talking about. This is talking about a season. Everything has a season. Everything has a timing. Everything has. Paul the Apostle knew that people had to be sanctified and set apart to be made holy. That if they didn't spend that individual time with God, they could never have that. They could never go through that. So be wise. Be as wise as a serpent, as harmless as a dove. You're not accusing anybody of doing anything. You are just watching after your own soul. You are just watching and praying enough to understand what to do with you. Not to do what to do with them, what to do with you. You need to know how to handle you. You can't handle them unless you handle you.